Since we were here last, countless dogs and cats have been killed, and there's no excuse for it. The excuse that's being given is that the animals are sick. I practice in animal law primarily in the area of shelter law and animal control law, and I do know these laws, and I can tell you that there are a lot of laws being violated, concrete violations, and there's no excuse. You have nobody, for example, who's diagnosing these animals to determine they're sick. You don't have anyone there who's licensed to do diagnosis. If they are, they're practicing veterinary medicine without a license. You have people killing animals for things that are totally unacceptable. You know, Fatal Plus is not intended as a treatment for kennel cough and other treatable conditions. Ringworm, upper respiratory infection, you have a lot of animals that are being killed because they have these conditions. Those are absolutely treatable and they're completely preventable with proper cleaning. Yet you're choosing to kill them instead. That's not okay. It's against the law. It violates a number of state laws. They simply don't allow it. By the way, killing owner surrender animals upon intake, absolutely against the law. Food and Ag 31754. You know, killing these animals is not only unspeakably cruel, but it's a complete waste of taxpayer money. I mean, if you want to look at it strictly from an economic point of view, even if you hate animals, if you don't even want to deal with it, you know, each killing comes with a cost. It's not free. There are rescues waiting to come in and take these animals. They have holds placed on these animals, but they're choosing to kill them instead. But you have the staff time in theoretically diagnosing these animals. You have the staff time in actually killing them. Each one could take a certain amount of, you know, considerable amount of time. You have the cost of the sodium pentobarbital that has to be administered and the cost of disposing of the carcass. That's real money. You're throwing it out the window. You could be either completely cutting those losses by allowing rescues to come in and get those animals, or you could even be getting an adoption fee for those animals and actually raising revenue. Do you know what other city departments are allowed to intentionally destroy the property that they could sell to offset their expenses? I don't know of another department. I mean, if the police get upset with their cars and they say, you know what, this thing needs new brakes, can they just drive them off a cliff? I don't think that would be acceptable. If the Parks Department decided, you know, we don't really want to water these plants anymore, we're just going to torch the trees and poison the plants, we don't want to do the landscaping, is that okay? I don't think it is. But you allow it in the animal shelter because, for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason is. But it's really not okay. You know, it's each of these dead animals represents not only their life, obviously. That's obvious. The cost to them is painfully obvious. But it's also a cost to your citizens. It's just a plain waste of money. You're allowing, you know, you're in bankruptcy right now. This money's going out the window. And it's a considerable amount of money when you really start to add it up. And when you have a solution, there's no reason not to avail yourselves. Tomorrow, with this airlift that's getting prepared, you have an opportunity. There will be media there, and the city has an opportunity to look really good or really bad. And from what I'm hearing, Sergeant Affronti is not making this easy. He's claiming that you don't have enough animals to send out. I don't know why, because he's killed, you know, countless in the last 2 weeks. So for him to say there aren't enough, or he's not going to make them available, or to do anything to sort of hinder this process is really not going to help your image. Thank you.